Thank you for watching the Griffin design video, the Monte Carlo project named Blue Magic. What's up, folks? I got a quick update for y'all on this rear deck with a brake light. So my hole for the brake light wire, those are where the screws go. And then I use inserts. So it's actually a two-piece. It'll be able to come off if you really need it to, like access something, change something out. You know, when people sell cars, if they really personalize them, I always try to make them to where you could take it off, because again, this is gonna say Twisted Individual's Car Club. And well, I can take the insert piece that goes on top of here, which is on here now, as you can see, with a wood dial, and change the plexi, but you can change the whole brake light out and then add something different here later if you want it. You know, just switch it up. I try to give options. But I went ahead and made my rings. It's gonna sit in there, something like that. And then I went ahead and did that, and angled it, because again, the windshield is angled, of course, or the back window is angled, excuse me. And then you always gotta think about how you're gonna wrap this. I always try to prefer things not having to put a stitch in it. And so for this in particular, put all these rings in here. See that open spot? I'm gonna put a little bit of mud right here and smooth it, or just sand the wood. But insert. So when you go to wrap it, this piece here, I would wrap separate. And then I just stick it in there like that. Now it's gonna fall through, but with material, it'll just stick in there and stay. So then when I go to wrap everything and I fold it in here, and I go put the insert in there, boom. Can't see any lines and no stitching needed or anything like that. You gotta think about that when you make stuff like this. So it's coming along though. It's gonna look real good with when you press in the material, as y'all can see. And then our places for our speakers. So then stick those in there. And these are gonna be in like a gray, dark gray mesh or black. Haven't decided yet. But it's gonna look pretty good. Excuse the wood I just dropped. Something different. I wanted to give you an update on this. All right, I'm gonna show you the quarters. I actually do have them sanded. So give me a second and I'll show you those. All right, y'all. I went ahead and finished up the brake light. As you can see, again, it was gonna be a two-piece. Went ahead and put a little body filler on it, sanded it. Oops, straight and smooth. Something feel. Oh, back piece. And then the wire goes down there. Screw it on. And then this top piece actually comes off with the using the wood inserts. So this will house the actual plexi and LED. And this is how you wrap it without a stitch. So you can wrap it long ways, then fold the material in, fold it in that hole. Use my insert, it's gonna be wrapped. And then it stuffs in the back. As you can see, it'll stuff and press fit in there. Then I'm gonna wrap this separate. And you just gotta line it up and put it on there. It's hard to do filming this and put it on at one hand. But y'all get what I'm trying to do here. Yep, bingo. And then sit down in there. Oops. Yeah. Like that. Oh, yeah. Something different. Got an angle on it. Sorry for my shaky hand, I'm using my phone today. Got them quarters done, as you can see. Deleted that armrest. Go ahead and mud them in there. Oh yeah, it's gonna come out real good. Then a seatbelt section, which will be there, and then we'll wrap inside of there as well. So everything's gonna be wrapped. And one thing I can tell you is a lot of times people with fiberglass, Bondo glass, Bondo, whatever it may be, but then they just foam it, right? And then put the material on it. But then you can see imperfections in the fiberglass. It ain't smooth. I can tell you now, anything that we do with different designs, we're gonna sand it. And we're gonna make it smooth as if we're painting it. Even though we're not painting it, we're gonna either wrap it foam and wrap it, whatever we're gonna do, but it's gonna be smooth before we even wrap anything. And that's how you don't get no wrinkles and no waves and stuff like that. I mean, you want this to be smooth before you do anything. You gotta start with a good foundation before you do anything else, or it just ain't gonna look A1 quality. So, but I want to bring y'all the update for that. The doors, I am gonna go ahead and put an LED light at the end of them, but they still at the customer house. I need to go get them so that I can do that. I'm probably gonna put our actual logo for Griffin Designs on the back side of the door just to add a little bit more pizzazz where this was at on the back side of the door after the speaker enclosure. And I'm gonna put something like next to the design that says Griffin Designs. So, all right, folks, it's a little update. We pretty much come to the finish line. I just gotta wrap all this stuff and then we get it installed into the car. So it still might be another month or so. I forgot my brother gotta do the back seat and a few of the trim pieces he has to sew. But either way it go, sometime in March, probably early March, you'll see it all come together. Hey, y'all, I almost forgot the bezel. The dash bezel I did. So, I want to show y'all something. Here's the Monte Carlo dash bezel. It's got the 2 vents and the 1 vent. So just so y'all know, there's actually a vent housing back here. And you can see it actually has some impressions where from factory they stuck it in there and all they did was put glue on 4 corners. So it's actually glued in. Here's what the housing looks like. This thing. And so I popped it off. And the reason why you do that is if you were painting this, cool, paint it. But when you gotta wrap something, you always wanna wrap it always behind it and glue it in there so it doesn't ever come loose. So what I can do here, and this is what I did on the other Monte Carlo, is you wrap it all the way around, and then you take your housing here, and this may not be the right side or up and down or whatever, and then you put it back in there and it fits right there in the groove, boom. And then they just put corners of glue, and I have what we call CA glue here. I'm not sponsored, but if these people want to sponsor me, go ahead. It's medium. This thing holds 5,000 pounds. Hit it with that activator and boom, it ain't never coming off. So when you wrap it with material, you go ahead and put that on and put the glue on the 4 corners and boom. Then you take your vents, these crispy, and then they snap in. So that's how you want to do it. But I already got this cut out. Got these popped off. So really now I just got to run the plexi so that it can say Luxury Sport by Griffin Design. All right, everybody, go ahead and leave a comment and let us know which one you think, the top Luxury Sport in the dash or the bottom Blue Magic Project Blue Magic. And then I'll get it wrapped. We'll put the plexi on there and glue it in, and then glue in all our pieces, and then the LED, and boom, you got the bezel for the Monte Carlo. The bezel you actually can buy. You can buy them in a lot of places, and they come with the new housings and the vents. But then you can just buy these vents only. And look how crispy these repops are. Look at that chrome trim on there. It's really like a paint or something, but it's nice. It looks real good. Look at it, shiny. The vent clean. So it's in them old dusty vents. Just buy you some new vents. So I did get that done today too. I actually got 2 of those because I got another one that is going for one of the let's just say somebody important over here. This one's being painted, so we're not going to take the bezel off, or the the vent housing. And this was a new one. Too bad we cut it up, sanded it down, until with the new. So, but yeah, so there's the update this week for that stuff. We got more stuff coming.